Welcome back, everyone, to another Saturday live stream with American Truck Simulator. Let's see who's here early and on time. We have got Matthew Wolter is the first in the room that I could see. Yeah. Followed by Fandom 6767 and MKA Transportation. Rob Strecker, aka Lurch, was there and is here in the Discord with me to read your chat.
Greetings, Earthlings.
What is the deal with that? Pugwash is here. And Lurch says he hopes you're not drinking any of that pink lemonade while you're driving. One thing to do that while you're driving a tractor, but it's another thing entirely when you're driving out on the highway. Oztec TV is here. Lobo 1G is here. Trucker Kitty's here. You know. Matthew Roth is here. Oblivion is here. Ken Beard is here. Vigner is here. Let's see. Yeah, Vigner is one of the folks that have finished the challenge. I think he was third behind Shorty and Susan. And let's see. This is your next. Oh, the one I'm doing is the next leg. Yeah. Ducky is here. Ducky is rocking that challenge too. Lowrider is here. Nightbot is here. So watch your P's and Q's. Turn off that caps lock key and don't spit out too many emojis or Nightbot will get you. And for those of you who might not be familiar with that expression, watch your P's and Q's, that just means mind your language. So, because Nightbot will get you if you post certain things that don't necessarily start with P or Q. Okay. What else? I guess I'll do some shout outs for flatbedders. We'll start off with that. Let me just say that we're going to do the runners up drawing at the end of the stream. So stick around for that. I'm going to also share with everybody the stats for August for the VTC. Well, Pugwash, I am not surprised that you slept well. FTG Mike B is here. And let's see. I was the second one to finish the challenge behind Shorty. Oh, were you? Sorry. Let me look at my notes. Hold on a second. I thought Susan finished it after Shorty. Where is that? Nope. Oh, I was way off. You were the second. Arnar was third. Susan was fourth. Yeah, I've had enough coffee. My bad. Okay. Isabella Hagloff, Rob Strecker, aka Lurch, Bedrock, our top ATS driver for February 2023, Bill Welburn, Nicholas XXXN, Susan Arthur, our top Euro truck driver for August 2025, Captain Minnesota, Trucker Kitty, Norwegian trucker Nicholas, Big Al 2424, our top ATS driver for March 2025, and our top ATS driver for all of 2023. Big Al just started the challenge yesterday. We'll talk a little bit more about the challenge in a bit. Tasmified, Johnny Hansen, Lobo 1G, our top Euro truck driver for July 2024. Pugwash, our top Euro truck driver for April 2024. Phantom 6767, our top Euro truck driver for October 2024. Wim 55, our top ATS driver for March 2024. Harlan Torsev Ice Bear, our top Euro truck driver for August 2023. FTG Mike B, David Long, aka Shorty, our top Euro truck driver for September 2024, and the first person to complete the challenge. So let's see who else popped in here. Wim is here. Ignis. Wait, what? It's the pink lemonade. What? He didn't have any more. Or it helped you sleep well. Okay. Vigner says he wasn't aiming for driving the most miles during the challenge, but he did it, at least at the time that he finished. Wim is here. A little bit late, missed the start, but I'm driving myself leg 8 right now. Well, this is the beginning, so you're good. Shorty is here. Okay, we're gonna let me talk about a little bit about the challenge. So we are driving to all of the states over the course of this challenge. We started in Las Vegas, Nevada. So N for Nevada is the beginning. And then we're going in reverse alphabetical order. So the next state, and I did this on Friday. I did the Las Vegas to Nebraska leg. Then I drove from Nebraska to Montana, Montana to Missouri. Skip Louisiana because it's not out yet. So Missouri to Kansas, Kansas to Iowa. Skipping Illinois because it's not out yet. Iowa to Idaho. And the leg I'm about to drive is Idaho to Colorado. And then not today for me, but the challenge continues on from Colorado to California, Arkansas, Arizona, Wyoming, Washington, Utah, Texas, Oregon, Oklahoma, New Mexico, and then back to Las Vegas. So, all right. So we will truck on. Let's go. So, I am in same place I delivered to, which you wouldn't have any way of knowing where that is. I'm in, I don't know where I am. I didn't mean to take a picture. I meant to do that. Look at the map. Lewiston. I could not remember. So I actually, when I drove to Lewiston from Iowa, I came up this way. Now we're going to head back. And we're going to go down here to Alamosa, Colorado. That's our destination, a distance of 1,115 miles. So let's get going. All right, kitty. There's that porcelain flower from the finishing the Iowa challenge, or for the community finishing the Iowa exploring. No, not exploring Iowa. What is it called? Lurch. Iowa.
Cruising.
Cruising. I don't know why I can't remember that. Yeah, I guess, like Wim says, this is a route. It's a common route that we're going to be taking today, and a very pretty drive, I might add. So let's get on with it. This is a bit of a heavy load. Western Star trucks, almost 53,000 pounds. Got a fresh clock, full fuel tanks. Because there's a truck stop right there that I took care of both of those things.
Also says, got enough coffee?
I have already had my allotment of coffee for today.
Trucky says, lightweight boomer.
I got up early this morning. Oh, you talking about the weight? Yeah, Mr. Heavy Haul. You know what, Ducky? I noticed that ever since I posted the the current standings yesterday or the day before, I noticed a lot of people are now pulling heavy loads. I don't think anybody's going to catch you though, because you're pretty far up there.
Shorty says to Vigner that your brother Ardar is next top driver in ATS. Good job, guys.
We got a bypass. Nice. You guys in the audience hear the truck okay? I may have turned down the volume. So when I was driving, I was listening to a podcast. So I'll just slow down.
Adam is here and says he's on ATS now.
Hey, Adam, still in Iowa?
And Wim says it's the only way to get a 5-star reward. Heavy haul is required, over 30 tons.
Yeah, it's hard to find a 30-ton load without getting stupid heavy. Yeah, Ducky had another 5-star run today.
Speaking of Ducky, says 387 tons so far, 11 hauls done.
Yeah, I probably should have reviewed the how much we've collectively done. I guess I could do that when we stop later. Speaking of stopping, I don't know where I'm stopping. Let's see, what have I got left on the clock? Should have a lot. 12 and a half hours. Let's go about 10-ish. See how that does.
Matthew Ross says you're all good on volume.
Okay, thank you.
Vigner says according to TrucksBook, he actually drove 22,248 miles.
Yeah, that would be modified slightly by Trucky, which recorded it, some of them a little differently. I don't know why that is, though. Let's see.
Yeah, he adds, but you said that I drove 21,918.
Right. Following the rules of the challenge, that's what you got. And that's because sometimes Trucky records a lower number. I guess we'll have to go with that because I got nowhere else. This is a world of trucks load, so I don't have to worry about game time. Speaking of which, I got 2 hours and 10 minutes of real time to get it there. Because I booked this yesterday and I had 22 hours.
Lowrider says, I'm hoping you show me the right way to enter a big truck stop, because I could not figure it out by myself.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to a real truck stop today. I just left one. But let's enjoy this view, because this view is awesome in this drive.
Wim says, you must get lucky to find such a load to the required state. And Adam says, finding loads over 30 tons is challenging.
It is. Yeah, sometimes it can be tough to find a load from where you just delivered to the next state. In fact, when I initially delivered, I looked for a load, couldn't find one, so I just shut it down. Then when I came back, I found one on World of Trucks. Sometimes you gotta sleep repeatedly.
Ducky says with the right trailer, it's not too difficult to find heavy loads.
Well, I've been looking for loads without a trailer, so, and I'm not personally too concerned about choosing heavy ones. I would like to get a nice hardcore score though. Welcome to Grangeville. I know a few of you have delivered here. Oh, I didn't see the speed drop.
Wood says, that's right, Ducky, but I'm driving GDC and I don't own any trailers yet.
Yeah, you don't need to own a trailer to find a nice heavy load. But it could
says heavy load.
Help narrow things down.
Adam says heavy loads go in all directions, but looking for loads to the next state over in the direction of travel. Whip says that's why they call it a challenge. Willie's here.
Hey, Willie, welcome to the stream.
Adam says I look at the market to see where heavy loads are going to. Says the reason he reran the Oklahoma to New Mexico is that he got negative points for the first one, but I didn't even crash or get a fine for that run, so I ran it again to get points for the load.
I saw that you were speeding, according to Trucky. Woo! That's why you got negative points.
It's speeding. I had the cruise set at 75 max on the highway when it was allowed.
Well, all I can go by is what Trucky said. You got a whole bunch of negative points for excessive speeding. So possibly you were driving 75 somewhere for stretches where it was 65. I don't know. I didn't really dig into it. Take a look at the job report for that particular run, and if you go and look at the hardcore details and look at your score, not the stars, but the score, it'll tell you how much negative you got for speeding. If you drive over the more than 4 miles an hour over the, I think it's 4, might be 3, over the posted speed limit, that is considered speeding. And if you do enough of it, and there's a calculation for it, if you do enough of it, and it has to be a fair amount, then you will get negative points for speeding.
Ask me how I know.
Yeah, Lurch got a ton. He's not the only one. Other folks have done it too. Because it's just not one of the things you look at in the rules for hardcore.
Adam is covering US 18 in the northern part of Iowa. Love the little towns in these remote areas. Scenic. Sharky says easy to speed on Trucky when you have freight market loads.
Yeah. Ooh. Thought I was gonna clip a car.
Digner says Trucky says real miles, but the speeding could have happened when I was empty, not under load.
Nope. It doesn't record it when you're before or after you get your load. I mean, before you get your load or after you deliver it. It's not recording then. It only tracks
race.
Right. It only tracks while you're under load.
Doesn't have to be race miles to be speeding.
No, that's a different category. Race miles would negate everything.
Lowrider says it's easy to go over the speed limit when going downhill, even with the cruise control set correct. It could be 5 miles over.
Right, that's true.
Or more.
But in this particular case, I don't think that was a factor necessarily. Vigner, do you remember where you were going? Because much of that, it was cross country on flat land.
It was Oklahoma to New Mexico.
Yeah. So I don't think that was a factor.
Adam adds it's easy to speed when you have an 850 horsepower engine. Has to use cruise control once he hits this speed limit of 5 under.
Hey, Kitty, move your leg. I can't see my mirror. Isn't this scenery just beautiful?
Adam adds I'm watching speed limits even across state lines.
Yeah, sometimes they change when you cross into a different state, like California.
I was just thinking, yep, California.
Yeah, I really enjoyed driving on roads like this, although I don't believe, but I don't recall if I drove on this particular road myself. Plenty of other roads in Idaho, though. Ah, gonna run a red light. Or not. Ooh, well, red light. I guess I'll take the opportunity to do some shout outs. JJ Man 1982. Thor Rasmussen, our top Euro truck driver for January 2025, and our top Euro truck driver for all of 2023. We'll spend more time doing shout outs than talking about it. Yeah, there's not a lot of red lights along this route, except here in Boise.
Vayner says after looking at how many blogs are left for Illinois and Louisiana, I think they'll be released after the challenge ends, unless you extend the challenge into December.
Yeah, there's no reason to extend the challenge. A lot of people are going to be done in the first month. Virtually everyone should be done by the second month, and even I'll be done by the third month. Yeah, we're getting through this much quicker than we... Ooh. We're getting through this quicker than we did the Euro challenge.
Shorty says you lucked out with that one light.
Yep, I thought the same thing. And now we got a whole lot of interstate driving to do until we get to Spanish Fork in Utah. Which is south of Salt Lake City. First, we'll be stopping to take a rest break at that port of entry in near Ogden, Utah.
Adam says he posted some images in Discord.
I'll take a look.
He says later or when you finish.
Right. Yeah, I'm not going to do it while I'm driving. If you look at my real life trucking videos, especially the playlist called Driving in Idaho, you'll see me driving this route back and forth several times, possibly.
Vigner says US 93 from Wells to Vegas is beautiful drive in the game.
Beautiful drive in real life, too. I have got at least one video of that drive in real life. I really enjoyed that particular run. Those in the early time of my driving, the cellular service was a bit spotty or non-existent on that route, but otherwise I loved it. Not much traffic, and it just beautiful scenery.
Jeremy Smith says hi.
Welcome to the stream, Jeremy.
Adam says I-80 in western Utah is just straight. Same in real life.
Yeah, once you get a few miles west of the Salt Lake City area, it is just a straight drive until you get into Nevada. It's still kind of straight, but it gets hilly. Of course.
According to Vigner, Nemro said last week's stream that they'll announce something that would break the internet for a few hours next week.
You read that again? I couldn't hear you over the growling and the Jake break.
According to Vigner, Nemro said last week during a stream that they'll announce something that would break the internet for a few hours next week.
Yeah, I think I saw that on AP 101's video. We'll see. I think the part that threw me off was when you said Nimero. That's Nimiro is his name.
Oh.
I wasn't registering that. Okay.
Vigner adds it could be ATS or ETS related.
I guess that'll be Tuesday, right? So, if I recall correctly, they were talking about all the things that they've announced and things that are upcoming. That, yeah, they're going to announce something crazy, apparently.
Willie says a local state senator gave a barbecue for veterans. Good food and all the Corona I could drink.
That sounds like a good time.
Wheelchair Gaming 05 says, does anyone know what engine is good for climbing hills in Colorado and other states that have hills?
A powerful one. Especially if you got a heavy load.
Adam says I-90 from Spokane to Missoula is curvy.
Yes, it is. It's in the mountains. It's like that in real life, too.
Pilot Bro chimes in and says Cat 65 6NZ.
Welcome, Pilot. Missed you yesterday. Let's see how much time we got left on this clock. 4 hours. Okay, we're good. You know, all the times I've been by here, I haven't stopped in that rest area on the other side. And when I drove by here going the other direction, I thought about it again. Why am I not pulling in there just to cruise through and uncover the whole thing?
Pilot says back in the office, probably gonna miss Friday streams for a while.
Ooh. Lights.
MKA
Wait, are you in the office? Are you in the office full time?
MKA says in real life I ran Packard MX-13 with 475 horsepower and was fine.
Yeah, you can do it. I mean, I ran a 455. I don't remember what it was, but that sounds right. It just depends on what you're hauling. When I was doing reefer loads, man, I struggled up those hills. Big time.
Adam said any engine over 500 works or go bigger.
Yeah.
The key is to have momentum and not downhill as much.
Yeah, momentum is key, but that only works for a little while going up, because that quickly bleeds off.
And Ponderos is 3 days a week.
Shame on the mess. The audacity.
MKA says I typically run 20K or less. Not sure what that means.
20,000 pounds.
Oh.
Yeah, those are awesome loads. Nice and light. Well, I got a bypass, but I'm going in because that's where I'm gonna park for the night. Am I blocking his way? I can't tell. Great. Nope, he went through. Ah.
Do some more shoutouts.
Yep. Just looking at some stuff. Okay. Let me go inside. Manny, oi! Oi! Omega Trucking, our top ATS driver for January 2024. Nick, David H74. RD04 Dave, our top ATS driver for March 2023. Troken, Douglas Williams, JC Drives, top Euro truck driver for March 2025. And we just did a live stream together yesterday. Thomas Berger, Doom 3, Matthew Roth, Lee Jenkins, Lee01 Mr., Tazzy 291, Jennifer Roth, Pancake Man, Ken Beard, Bruce A, Grumpy Gruntpaw Gaming, Stemper Bufo, Stiggy Stigs 122, Ken Maselman, VXN, Day and B Travels. I'll do some more on the next stop. Let's figure out where that next stop is gonna be. So we've got 14 hours on the clock. 11 hours of driving yet to do, theoretically. So, theoretically, we could make it all the way. However, because we have mountain driving to do, I'm going to assume that we're going to have to probably stop here. So I'll just drop the pin and I can decide then whether or not I need to pull in and sleep. It's not much further than that. Willie! Willie has gifted 5 memberships to the audience. Lucky recipients are Bitterman, Arena Max, Avnish Awashti, Hippie, and Bjarn Vidar Itri. Yes, this is going to be a scenic drive overall. Thank you, Willie. There's 600 miles remaining. Okay. Long driving day. 462 miles to that rest area. Of course it is. Run the air out again somehow.
Wheelchair Gaming asks, what time and day do you have to be in Alamosa after sleeping?
Doesn't matter. The world of trucks load. Could be there anytime.
Well, there is a real world time limit on it.
Yes. The real world time limit is an hour and a half. Less than.
Wheelchair says, I forgot about those types of loads.
Is that Thor?
And, yep. Says, good evening, crew. Hope everyone is safe and well.
That depends what happens if this bus doesn't move out the way. Welcome, Thor. Been thinking about you. Woo. Good to see you. We have started the All States Challenge a week ago yesterday. Has it really been a week already? Well, I guess so. We've already got 4 people that have finished it. I mean, just based on what Vigner said, it's over 20,000 miles. ATS miles.
Lowrider recently managed his first late delivery on a World of Trucks job.
Yeah, it can happen. If you book it when there's not much time left on it, or you have to shut down part way and come back to it later, like I've done, and then realize you don't have enough time to get it in, but you finish it anyway.
Kyle 15 is here.
Welcome, Kyle, to the stream. Let's see, this is Provo coming up, then Spanish Fork. That's where we'll be getting off to take US Highway 6. Oh, excuse me. Oh. I was up kind of early this morning.
Thor says mom just came home from the hospital with a new hip, still in a little pain after the operation.
Well, the good news is she's home. Marcus Randolph, Walter D, Talk About It, Peter Evans, Luke Rossi, Ravindran Supermaniam.
Kyle 15 asks, is the map huge in this game?
What?
Is the map huge in this game?
If you buy more DLCs, it's like half of the US already, or more. All of the western states and half the Midwest.
Adam and Thor both said, yes, it is. Oh. Adam responded back to Kyle. Thor says, yes, it is. It's been a hard couple of weeks taking care of Dad.
I was just wondering about that, but I didn't know if I should ask.
Adam says it's going to get bigger in the coming years.
Yes, it is. So, Kyle, base game, if you don't have it, The base game covers California, Arizona, and Nevada. And then you add, as you can, you add additional states. Woo, I'm going for it. What the heck? Yeah, not so lucky that time. I should have stopped. I could do more shout outs. Well, there goes my perfect score.
One says, I've passed through Bakersfield, California, and came across 8 traffic lights. All turned to red when arriving. What about a green wave in this so-called green state?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like the new Bakersfield at all.
And Lowrider says, yeah, Bakersfield is a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it is. Okay, Wise Mind Facts. EMAC06. Olivia Brown. Ivu Bibin. Wiz Nation, our top ATS driver for July 2025. Japside 0585. Mystical World. Rutov 666. Jeff Ward. Dan Brewster. Grim Reaper. Red Tiger. Daza T. Arab. JVM Gaming and Auto Dips. Edmund Bouchard. Silent Cartographer. Truck Dog Gaming. Sick of it all. That guy's sick of it all. He just took off. Y'all quit stopping. Light's green.
Adam reminds that some traffic lights you can turn right on red.
Yes. Not that one. And not on any one that I've encountered so far today because I didn't need to turn right. Also, when you have an exceptionally long load, you can get nailed. But I wasn't turning right. I got a ticket because I blew through a red light. I pushed my luck.
Or adds, I became an uncle again to a little boy. We thought that the latest nephew was little, but this new one is so tiny.
Wow. You guys are growing quite the clan over there. Congratulations.
Thanks. reminder to everyone to smash that thumbs up button.
Yeah. Do that now. I can't do his voice. For those of you in the Discord, we've got an ATS convoy tomorrow, starting a little earlier to accommodate folks in the UK. However, if you can't make it at the start time, if you want to show up later, there'll probably be a second or third load. I don't want to commit anybody to anything, but so you can always hop in after the first load is run.
Nicholas is here.
Hey, Nicholas.
Lowrider says, after all this driving in Missouri and Iowa, I almost forgot how scenic this part is that you're driving right now.
Now, sometimes we get fixated on a particular state or part of the country and don't get to the others. And that's one of the nice things about this challenge, is that if you're participating, then you're kind of forced to travel to all the states that we currently have DLCs for. And I was thinking about that, whoa, during the drive up to Lewiston, to Idaho. I'm like, I haven't been this way in ages. Now I've been up and down that road twice this week. So that's another nice thing about the challenge.
MKA Transportation says, I'd love to, but won't be home till Monday.
Well, we have one every, slow down, almost every Sunday. Not ATS, but we tend to alternate between Euro Truck and American Truck. You know, almost every time I drove out here, it was hot. Over 100 degrees, typically, in the summer. And for those of you living on Celsius temps, that's the high 30s. Sometimes all the way up over 40. I just realized we're going to have a bunch of traffic lights probably here after we get off the freeway at Grand Junction. Speaking of, might be a good time to get fuel. There is a truck stop there. Not Grand Junction. Well, there is a Grand Junction, but a little bit further up. I can't remember the name of that town.
Adam says, when you were driving on the highway, did you have time to stop at a local restaurant near a truck stop?
If it was near a truck stop, I would park at the truck stop and then walk. And I did do that from time to time.
Shorty says another good way to get those scenic states is by doing some Trucky achievements.
Yep. I don't like this particular port of entry.
Otherwise, for the donation for the coffee and pink lemonade fund.
Oh. Thank you, Pugwash.
Was that maybe wondering about the whole pink lemonade thing? We were farming last night, and Pugwash was swearing that he was sober and everything, that he was just drinking normal pink lemonade made with real lemon. He kept doing things that made us think he was a bit tipsy.
Of course, it was also 3 a.m. for him.
Adam says that's enough for a week without a refill.
No, I was pretty tired too. Always try now. These days, I try to stay on at least as long as Pugwash before I get off. But actually, Phantom got off before I did, and then I finished that last field with Redbeard's help. And I just parked the stuff on the field, got off, and went to bed. Yeah, I was pretty tired. Which is, so I went to bed kind of early last night, so which is why I got up at 5.
Look, says it was only 1 or 2 trees I hit in the ditch.
In the ditch. But wait, there's more. He had to go across the ditch twice because he went to the wrong field. So he had to go back across the ditch again to get to the right field. And he hit trees in the process.
And then
Speaking
there was
of
Boomer
hit,
who didn't look when he was crossing train tracks.
That's right. I didn't look before I crossed the tracks, and I got nailed. I just realized Phantom hasn't posted that picture yet.
Yo, 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 Grandpa Boom Boom.
That sounds like Rashid.
Bugler says I was confused with my left and right. Yeah, as I said, you were truck, weren't you?
Yeah, it was a bit of an entertaining session. Is that a red light? Will it stay red? It's about to turn green. I can tell because the turn lane light was green.
Rashid says getting old sucks, huh, Pugwash?
How's your voice today, Rick? Just made that one.
Still the same.
Oops.
Pugwash says, okay, maybe the wife spiked my lemonade.
Aha! Truth comes out now. John Whitesall, our top ATS driver for August 2025. Craig Ito FM. David Bohannon. Tim. One Last Midnight. Frenzia. JRA. Circus 34. Assassin's King 33. Amanda Diaz 2003. Chris Ellis. Wheelie Awesome 100. And that is all of the shout outs. Yay! Made it. What is this town? I forget. Oh, we're coming up on Montrose. That's the town. Yeah, there is a truck stop there. I'll go ahead and pull in and get some fuel there. Yikes. That is green. Nope, no, it's not. I'm not even going to try and make this turn on a red because I have to pull out so far. And they really want you to turn right in this lane.
already says Nightbot's been looking for you to make his day, Rashid. Or says the other right there was a knock at my door. Was a police officer. What could I help you with? I'm looking for a man with one eye. I replied, maybe it would be helpful if you used both eyes.
Oh, yeah. Watch it, buddy. I'm coming through here. And that was close. Come on, Kitty, you're blocking my view of the mirror.
Nicholas says, I'm crafting roads. Interesting game.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, I saw that you got it and stuff. So is that new or newish? Hey, truck stop's coming up on the left.
She says, finally got roadcraft, Nick. Magor says, it could have been part of my problem last night. One-eyed policeman.
Yep.
Nicholas says, pretty new. I think it was released a few months ago.
Okay. I've seen a few people post stuff about it. I think in our Discord and another Discord that I'm in.
Well, that's one of the new crazes Rashid's been talking about lately.
Yeah. So, whoever was asking about how to handle a truck stop properly, this is an example. You come in the truck entrance, which is right there. And you come in the correct entrance so that you can then get lined up for the fuel island. Now, one thing that I do want to point out, and I'm going to use the camera mode for this. One of the clues as to which way you should be going is the scale. Because the way that the scale is laid out, whichever end the sign is on, that's where the truck pulls into and up to, in real life, you pull up to that thing right there, that sign. There's an intercom. You actually pull the cab of your truck right up to this, and then there's a button that you push, and then somebody on the inside will talk to you on that intercom. So that coincidentally is also laid out correctly in relation to which way you should be pulling in through the truck stop or the fuel islands. So if you come in this other entrance over there, you're going the wrong way. You can still pull in and get fuel in the game, but for accuracy purposes, this is the way you would do it at this particular truck stop. And hopefully you saw how far that direction that I went over here, so that I could make the swing and then pull in as straight as possible. So now you can see that when I pull through after I fuel up, that last truck, or if it were a trailer or a couple of trailers, won't hang up on the fuel island.
And it's the same with any other truck stop.
Pretty much. All right, let's take a look and see. What have I got left on the clock here? 5 hours, almost 6. Ooh, I'm not gonna make it to that truck stop or that. Oh, it wants me to go back that way and double back. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go up to that light and then I'm gonna turn. So, yep. That's gonna change. It's not 5.5 hours from here. It's probably 4.5. Did the truck make it through? There's also a sign that says exit only. But to be fair, you're not going to notice that sign when you're trying to sort out where you're going to pull in from the road.
Yep, just changed to 4.5 hours down there.
So we'll see.
Says, thanks for pointing it out, Boomer.
You got it. If I get another chance, I'll do it again. So now we've got, well, it was this number that I was looking at. So before it said 5.5 or something. Now it's 1 hour and 47 minutes. We can make that, no problem. Even though we're going to drive a little slow along the way. Because it's mountain roads coming up. Lots of twists and turns.
Thor says, been a long day and tomorrow will be as well, so I'm off to bed. Catch you later.
Okay, Thor, thanks for dropping in. I appreciate you giving us an update. Stay green, stay green. Oh wait, I gotta turn here. Oops. If I hadn't seen those barriers across the intersection, I would have ran right into them. I'm a speeding.
Vigner says, how did you not get a ticket for turning left on red light?
There was no... Oh. Was it red? Was it a red arrow? Because the straight through lights were green. I don't know. Got lucky, I guess.
He says, yes, there was a red arrow, left arrow.
I was going to say because there was no cop there, but I mean, a lot of our intersections, well, most of our intersections, we don't have lights. Or cameras, I mean. But if there'd have been a cop there, you would have nailed me for sure. I would think. At least in the game. In real life, he'd have to be paying attention. It was actually pulling up to an intersection and the light had changed, so I had to stop. I was in the right lane. This is here in Las Vegas when I was doing Uber. And car in the left lane, which is farther back than me, just kept cruising. He blew right through that red light. There was a cop at the intersection going the you know, the other way, not coming towards us, but it was off to our right. Sitting there waiting for his light to change to green. He didn't see him. I actually made a video of that because I had a, you know, dash cam with interior point, so it showed us, my passengers and I. We were all waiting for that cop's lights to flip on and the siren to go, and nothing happened except the cop turned left going the opposite direction, and the expression on all of our faces was like, did that just happen? Videos, I'm pretty sure that video is available in my library on YouTube. That was just crazy.
She says, watch out, Kitty does not spray you with pee.
Kitty, don't do that. Kitty got fixed at an early age.
She says, I love stirring the pot.
We know you do.
Vayner says the cop was probably drinking their coffee and not paying attention.
I think it's more likely they were looking at their phone. I mean, you could be right, though. And another thing, too, not that it matters, but it was at night. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that makes a difference at all, but do I not have that hidden road? No, I don't. Well, we don't have time. I need to make sure I get up the top of the hill. Yeah, there's a hidden road right over here next to us on the right. Comes out at the same place we're going to. Dump truck has a jake brake. Never noticed that before.
Billy says they were late for donuts.
Never know. Hey, what? Oh. Yeah, that hidden road starts right there. Right there, that gravel road that goes down there, that's the beginning of the hidden road. Ah. Ooh, how far do we have to go? 136 miles.
Adam is now entering Nebraska, going all the way to eastern Colorado on I-75 or 76.
That's a pretty drive too. Let's see.
Don't forget, folks, we got the runners-up drawing coming up at the end of the stream.
That's right. Okay, back to 7 a.m.
Adam says it's a long one.
Yeah. It's a long drive, the long way across Nebraska. Even to the point where you turn off on I-76. For those of you who don't know, that beep, beep, beep noise is the low air alarm. That's why those two red lights are on. That's the air system for the brakes and everything. So when it gets low, red light comes on, and then, you know, the little gauge, there's two of them, by the way. The little gauge goes into the red zone. Now, when I release the brakes, it's going to take some of that air. But it's not enough to keep me from driving at that point. If you get too low, it will not let you take the brakes off. It'll just keep tripping.
Adam says air gauge, not the PSI gauge.
Yeah. It's PSI, pounds per square inch. That's how air is measured, air pressure. That compressor that's mounted on the engine, it's engine driven. It's always running. And when the pressure gets up to about 125 PSI, it'll trigger a relief valve or release or relief valve. And that's why every once in a while you'll hear a sound from the truck when you're not doing anything but driving or idling. But it's constantly building up pressure.
The writer said, never heard that sound. Is it part of a mod?
Nope, it's base game because it's part of real life. It's not normal for it to be run out at the end of the day. I mean, in the morning. I mean, if you've got leaky seals somewhere in your air system, it'll do that. And it could just be because I've got a lot of miles on this truck, or it needs servicing. I don't know.
Powerwash just finished in Idaho. Got this leg to do next. Done over 5,000 miles today, so that's one for tomorrow.
Wow.
Matthew Wolter says, is there a convoy tomorrow on ETS on the Discord?
Nope. We did that last Sunday. Now it's American Truck. Red light. Good point, Vigner. You do have to run, you have to enable, let me just pull it up in options. I believe it's in gameplay. And air brake simulation. You need to turn on, check that box. And so that will simulate real life air loss from excessive brake applications. And when enabled, you'll have to manage your air pressure when descending hills or making slow maneuvers with multiple brake applications. Yep, that's a good point. That's why you want to use an engine brake. It uses the engine compression to slow the truck when you're going downhill, that is. I mean, I use my engine brake anytime I'm going to need to slow down. There was that sound.
Adam
That's
says, as soon as I reach this...
Hold on. That's the air pressure relief valve kicking in at around 125 psi. Okay, go ahead.
Adam says, as soon as I reach the state line, only 500 miles until the Kenworth reaches 60,000.
Well, you're not far behind me on this truck anyway. I have 75,646. A little fast around that.
Adam says, in real life, is it good to own more than one truck, like 2 or 3?
Well, it doesn't do any good unless you have drivers to put in them. You can only drive one at a time. Trucks are expensive. They're expensive to own if they're sitting there doing nothing and you're still making payments on it, or you've got other fees and things. Then you're losing money. Truck's got to be moving, hauling freight to be worthwhile. Now, if you want to have employees driving them, that's fine. But that's a headache. In real life, that's a real headache. if you can find good, reliable drivers for your trucks, then that's a win-win.
As the saying goes, if the wheels ain't turning, you ain't earning.
That's right.
Tasmified is here.
Hey, Taz.
Victor says only 8 days left in the Cruising Iowa event.
But we all got it done, right? Lurch. Have you even started?
No. Tom says, or have more trucks than drivers, might just sell some.
Yeah, no point in keeping them if you're not using them. Put them out on the open market. You know, somebody else may have a use for them and can put them to good use. There's a guy that from I think North or South Dakota that I follow. He owns a trucking business, a small one, and he posts things on Twitter about things that are going on in his business, and whenever he's looking for new drivers. And in his operation, he's strictly Mack truck. That's what he's really into, the Mack trucks. You know, the nice ones. Talks about their fuel economy and stuff like that. He just posted a picture yesterday, I think it was, of a truck that he's ordered that's just being built at the Mack production facility. Posted a picture of it. Looked pretty cool.
Willie asks if I intend to start it. I don't know.
If I'd have been watching that air pressure gauge whenever that thing triggered, you would probably see the little needle jump a little bit. Every time you use your brakes, your foot pedal brakes, that uses up some of that air. So that compressor will charge it back up.
Lowrider says some guys from SCS just visited Mac. There's a vid on their blog, I think. Pretty
Yep.
cool.
Yeah, that was yesterday, I think, or today.
Peter says it looks like Wim will beat me in the miles.
There we are, Western Star. Wait, did I just go too far? Deal here. Aha. Because of where that is, I'm going to swing, get as close to the curb as I can before turning right. Ooh, that is close. Got her all straightened out. And since I'm at a dealer, I got a sleep trigger here. And I will use it. 113 miles. That contraption that hooked to the back of the truck is kind of neat. I've seen those when they're not being used. They're actually come in two parts. For quite a while, I didn't even know what they were, but I was seeing them when I worked at Penske truck leasing. I could see them there in the yard at the main office, and I'm like, what are those? And then one day I saw them being used. I'm like, ding. And I knew. Funny, I've seen trucks being towed like I just did in real life many times, and it just never made the connection. All right, I'm going to go ahead and advance the clock. So the next time I start, it'll be morning, just because wow, I have most of Colorado. Everything here. I don't have these two roads. I don't have this. Yeah. Wow, and a little bit over here I don't have. Let's see, how much do I have overall for Colorado? 82.32%. Arizona and Washington, I have more discovered. And New Mexico. Neat. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to get the whole map, all the roads yellow. Got a ways to go yet, but I get it a little bit at a time when I can. Okay, I did want to look and see, just for fun, are there any World of Trucks loads out of here going to California? I'm not going to grab one because Probably won't have time to finish it. Going to Barstow, 900 miles. There's one in Modesto, 1154. Ooh, that's got 22 hours on it. Oakland, 14 hours on it, 1231. So there are World of Trucks loads coming out of here. Okay, enough of that. Today into this screen here. And let's get going on the runners up. But even more than that, let me clear that. And really ought to put a button for this on my stream deck. Here we go. Willie! Oh, I don't need my Swifty thingy. Since I didn't have any. Same thing with Stream Elements. So yeah, that's one of the screenshots that I have that I use as a screen background. And I really love this photo. I like the way Willie's truck looks pulling that big old load. So yeah. In fact, let's see here. So I'm going to bring over the wheel of names. There we go. But before I do that, I do want to talk about how we did last month. So in American Truck Simulator, I don't even know why I'm looking at it on there. I've got it on my phone. In American Truck Simulator last month, for American Truck Simulator, we came in 33rd on TrucksBook with 347,000 miles. We were really light last month. A lot of us were focused on Euro Truck because of the we were still working on the challenge. Our top driver for last month in American Truck Simulator was Trucker John with 37,252 miles. Second place, Wiz Nation with 22,209. Our hardcore drivers for American Truck Simulation, we as a company came in 4th of all companies with almost 179,000 hardcore points. Our top hardcore driver, not surprisingly, was Trucker John with 26,638 points. Second place was Shorty with 22,209 hardcore points. For Euro Truck, last month, we came in 225th with just over 322,000 kilometers. Our top Euro Truck driver was Susan Arthur with 50,523 kilometers. Second place was JC Drives with 39,365 kilometers. For hardcore, for Euro Truck, we came in 4th with just over 109,000 hardcore points. Our top hardcore driver for last month for Euro Truck was JC Drives with 12,318 points. Second place was me with 11,988 hardcore points. I was surprised when I saw that because I'm not usually up there, but I was working on the Euro Truck Challenge a lot last month. So now we're going to do the runners-up drawing. And for American Truck Simulator, I didn't put down how many people were in this, but these are our folks that are involved. Robert Nantes, ATS Profile, RDN, Trucking Cat. That's a long name. Welcome to the stream, though. So here's the folks that are going to be in the drawing. Did I copy that already? Some people are only eligible for a particular thing, like R&R and Shorty and Wim are only eligible for the Convoy because they won a custom skin recently. Now, that's hardcore. That hardcore is not in the runnings for those. I'll take a skin. So, yeah, I think it was Paz Tech who asked to include, the hardcore scores. So I've been doing that for the last couple months. All right, let's do the American Truck Simulator runners-up drawing. I'm going to shuffle these once, twice, 3 times, and spin. Who's our winner? And I'll draw 2 names for each. Because sometimes primary can't make it. Like Shamukas, he never takes it. But I will put him down and give him the option. I believe he lives in Brazil or Mexico. I forget which. So we'll do our alternate. Shuffling once, twice, 3 times. Shorty! Shorty gets a Convoy. I mean, that's if Shamakas follows through as typical and doesn't choose anything. Okay, for Euro Truck, we don't have near as many people. So we'll shuffle this once, twice, 3 times, and spin. Okay, actually, he's not eligible since he's already won the other drawing, so I'll remove him. I missed that. So let's shuffle again and spin again. Well, this list keeps getting shorter and shorter. Look at that. Nicholas. Now I'll do a backup drawing. Who could it be? We've got 3. Oops, one more time. Yep. Could it be Redbeard? Okay, Redbeard is the backup. So we've got, and just show you how I record this. ATS and Euro Truck, primary and backup. I'll be contacting those individuals shortly. Wow, that's crazy. What did you win? Are you really not paying attention? You won a Convoy or a custom truck skin. But considering the fact that you are the one who makes the skins, I'm guessing. Wait, were you the primary or the secondary? Primary for Euro Truck. So, okay, well, I won't speak for you, so we'll just go with whatever. Okay, I'll message you after the stream. Let me put the truck back on the screen. There we go. That is going to do it for today. Thank you for being here, everyone. We'll be back next weekend. Remember, there is a Euro truck convoy in the Discord tomorrow. Be sure to sign up if you're interested. And we're running it a little earlier than normal to accommodate folks in Europe. So that is it. Thanks, and we'll see you later.